Today I wanted to upload a fun video in between reviews. They may look effortless, but trust me, this channel is a lot of work. Fun work, but work. So let's talk about some games that I haven't played. In fact, I don't even own them. But I'd like to. If you're not a regular viewer, you may not be aware of this dirty little secret, but I really like RPGs. So much so, in fact, that I hoard them like a greedy RPG-loving dragon. But I don't own all the RPGs. Not yet. And so, for the pleasure of your eyeballs and ears, I now present my personal
5 Most Wanted Games.
Number 5. Revengers of Vengeance for the Sega CD. I have to confess, this dumb title is 50% of the reason I want to own this thing. It's redundant and silly, so stupid that it's hilarious. Revengers of Vengeance. It's like saying the heroics of heroism, or the soupiers of soup. But I also want this turdly gem because it's an RPG. Sort of. Just like it's sort of a 2D fighter, and sort of a shoot 'em up. And there's nothing that excites me more than a train wreck of a failed hybrid RPG. But I also don't want to pay cash monies for bad games, so for now I wait for a good deal on bad rubbish. Number 4. Inuyasha: Secret of the Cursed Mask for the PlayStation 2. There are certainly more popular PS2 RPGs I don't own yet, but they're also expensive, and to be honest, what I tend to like on the PS2 hasn't always aligned well with what the general populace loved. So, when I see an adorable traditional RPG that isn't getting much attention, I'm naturally curious about why. Maybe Inuyasha was written off as licensed anime crap. Or, maybe most people confuse Secret of the Cursed Mask for that other Inuyasha game. Whatever the reason, my curiosity is piqued, and I must experience this for myself. Number 3. Tingles Rosy Rupee Land for the Nintendo DS. A Zelda game starring the flamboyantly gay fairy from Wind Waker, only my favoriteest 3D Zelda ever, and a European exclusive. Words cannot express my desire for this title. The whole premise is ridiculous, and the adventure is absolutely porked with camp humor. While I'm disappointed that Nintendo didn't consider this a viable release in the US, I can begrudgingly understand why. Tingle is not the most popular character in the Zeldaverse, and people of other nations tend to view Americans as a bunch of intolerant buttholes. So, to atone for our collective bigotry, we miss out on the official Zelda title even weirder than those CDI abominations. Thanks, guys. Number 2. Dragon Slayer for the TurboGrafx CD. Today, turn-based 2D RPGs are a dying breed, but they're perhaps my favorite subgenre for classic consoles. This might belay me to be a total dork. Surprise! But I find something very relaxing about wandering in circles and mashing A. I own just about everything that's been released in English, so naturally, I've got to have the one title I don't. It also doesn't hurt that I'm a fan of Falcom's Legend of Heroes, of which Dragon Slayer is the first of the series. And hey, that dated 90s techno soundtrack and cringy voiceover are just begging for my attention.
Sonia, what in the Seeker's name are you doing here?
Number 1. Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo. Harvest Moon is the only game on my list that I've already played, but it's ridiculously expensive, and I refuse to dump $300 into a game with 47 sequels. But I also love Harvest Moon, and I really want it. But not enough to sell a kidney, so it's sitting pretty at the tippy top of my gaming wish list. Also, Anne is best wife. And there you have it, the 5 RPGs that I, this very moment, most want to cram into my overburdened shelving display. Viewers, which of these games have you played? Are they underappreciated classics, or am I potentially throwing away good money? Typity-type in the comment section below with your input. I'm looking forward to reading it. Once again, thank you for watching Daria Plays RPGs, and remember to stay tuned for more RPG reviews and relevant discussions.